Hello guys, so this video is about all of my experience with women since the Undateables. So as you guys know, it's been 8 years since the Undateables aired, my episode on April 2012. I can't believe it's been that long. Yeah, I'll always remember when it aired because there's so many wonderful messages online, loads of them on Twitter, absolutely loads of them. And since then I've befriended so many people. I've met my best friend because of that programme. I've met so many people, dated a lot of people as well. And overall I would say the whole experience was good for me in a way, from confidence wise, but then it was kind of bad as well with all the painful experiences that I've endured over the years. So one of the first people that I dated actually lied about her age. I didn't find that out until I saw her a few years later. So one thing, my advice is never lie about your age, especially when you're going on a date with people, because it's just not right. Don't worry, she was of age. That's not the point really. You should never lie about your age. There was this one time I'll always remember, because it was the Chelsea Champions League final, and I went with this girl. She was out of this world. I thought she was insanely beautiful and everything. So I went on a date with her, and she agreed to watching the Championship final with me, even though she didn't like football at all. So before we went on a date, we sent essays and essays to each other on Facebook. Like, I've never spoke to anyone as much as I did with her, like complete essays. And now, after the date, it made me think, she only did that because I was on TV. And then when she dated me, she realised she didn't get what she was expecting. Now, since the programme, I have dated my fair share of crazy people. There was this one time I dated this Polish woman. She was so lovely though, really lovely, probably one of the best people I've ever dated. But we went to the cinema once and we watched the Avengers film, and when we left the cinema gates, she looked at her phone and she looked really shocked. This was like the fourth date with her, I think, or the third date. I really liked spending time with her, and I couldn't really understand her too well because she was Polish. But anyway, when she looked at her phone, she looked at me with like a shocked expression on her face, and I asked her what was wrong, and then she told me that I had to leave. Then I was like, sorry, what? And she's like, you have to leave because my ex is here. I was like, wow. So apparently her ex GPS tracked her from her phone from London all the way to the Milton Keynes cinema, and a few minutes later I looked in the distance, I saw some like over 6 foot guy just looking at us right in the distance, walking towards us. I didn't know what to think of it. Then she was like, that's him. I was like, fuck. So when he arrived at us, they started speaking Polish to each other. I was like, what the fuck? I just started walking. I was like, okay, stop this, and I just carried on walking. They both followed me, continuing to speak Polish to each other, and then eventually the guy left. I was in shock, but she stayed with me. I actually just took her back to the station because I wanted to get back okay, but that was the last time I ever saw her. I went on a date with someone at least 5 to 6 years ago. Now I fell in love with this woman so quickly, and she's I think she'll always be someone that I love forever, because I felt something so strong with this woman, and I thought she felt the same way. We met her on POF.com, POF, Plenty of Fish, and she came down from Brighton, drove down to see me, so we went to my local pub, had a drink, and then came back here, and we just had a wonderful time. So we went on a second date. I went to stay at her place in Watford, and we went on a double date, so her mate and her boyfriend, and obviously me and her, we went bowling. Now, apparently we drank a lot, because I don't remember being sick. I'm never sick when it comes to alcohol, but apparently I was. I had a great time that night, a really good time with her as well. When we both woke up the next morning, she reminded me what happened that night, and then she told me she loved me. This was her sober, so I thought, wow, because I felt really strong for this woman, and I thought the world of her, so I sent it back, and things kind of escalated after that. It kind of got worse. I mean, when I assumed that we were together, she just called it off, and then I realised that she only used me for a rebound, because she dated me like soon after her ex split up with her. So I was really broken about that, and she didn't even want to be friends with me anymore, because I liked a picture of Jodie Marsh. Yeah, I liked a picture of Jodie Marsh, and she sent me a load of messages on WhatsApp after I did it. I knew I would get that reaction, that's why I did it. So yeah, that kind of really broke me over the years, and I've kind of been paranoid, and I find it hard to trust people. No, I reacted in a bad way, because of mistreatment towards me. I didn't deserve it at all. I didn't deserve it, because I deserve a whole lot better, but I was really broken up about that. But years later, in a way, I was dating people in between, just sort of not long, just a couple of dates and whatnot. There was this other woman I fell for that I've been speaking to for 2 months online. She's actually from Tokyo. She's a American teacher, and I got on with her so well on 2 months on Facebook, and I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna go up there and pay a visit because I always wanted to go to Japan, and I actually fell for this girl after the 2 months because we got on so well. And then when I got to Japan, I did have a good time up there, but the first few days was quite bad because things kept going wrong, and we did drink quite a lot. So then I enjoyed the rest of the holiday. It was nice to get out there. There's great people up there. I really want to go there again. But since I left there, things kind of changed between us, and she kind of kept pushing me away, like saying that she wasn't interested in a relationship, even though she was, and saying that she loves me so much when it was clear that she doesn't. So that's again another one that kind of broke me up, and just kept making me feel like I was in the wrong, like I was a bad person. So yeah, I've had like plenty of those kinds of experiences, and it's kind of made me who I am now. I kind of don't trust anyone because I put my heart on the line and end up getting my heart stamped on. So I do really find it hard to trust people. Now everyone I dated know me from the Undateables, so I think that may have something to do with it. The kind of people that I seem to attract. There's one thing that I've got to stop doing. I've got to stop being so giving. There was this one woman that I met online that we camped quite a few times, and I was really attracted to her, like really, and you know, we spoke for a while. Eventually, she wanted these shoes for a Las Vegas photo shoot, and they were quite expensive. And you know what? I just gave her £50 as a nice gesture towards those shoes. Then later on, she didn't even want to be friends with me anymore because we were too far apart. So yeah, I just kind of get that treatment from people a lot of the time. So in my time, I've only been in love with 3 people. I've only ever loved 3 people like that. The other one, kind of, we would be friends for years, but ever since she got into a relationship, she's just pushed me away. She only really cares about herself, and no matter what I do for her, her happiness and her whatever comes first before friendship. So that another one that kind of pushed me away. Since then I've been kind of like giving up searching. I give it up, like, because I'm trying to focus on myself, on my own happiness, and get my driving sorted out, get more work in the future, just get my whole life sorted out really, because the whole dating thing I've been quite put off, because I'm fed up with making an effort for people and getting literally nothing back. So another bit of advice is don't take advantage of people, because you can break nice people and turn them into arseholes. Trust me, you can break them. You know, all in all, I'm actually glad I took part in the Undateables. I mean, it has been really good for me confidence-wise, and it has been bad for me as well, like experiencing what can happen when love is involved. But right now, Snapchat, sorry. So I'm not really interested in that program anymore, because they've kind of like changed their ways. It's not what it used to be. It used to be lovely, it used to be, you know, about people finding love. Now it seems to be all about comedy. So they rather choose people that have autism or such to make people laugh. That's why they keep reusing the same people over and over again for like the Christmas special episode. So yeah, we kind of feel left out. Me and others on the show feel left out because we're not obviously comedy material for that kind of program. It's gone downhill, so I have lost faith in it, and I haven't bothered watching it the past few series. So yeah, I'm kind of shocked at how the way the program's gone, but I'm quite disappointed as well. But that's TV for you. They're more into comedy, raking in the views, than actually helping people. So that's it, guys. I spent a lot of time, money and effort on people that aren't worth it, so not anymore. I'm just going to focus on myself now and just focus on my future, because that's what's really important. So guys, don't give up on love. Just keep doing what you're doing, do the stuff that makes you happy, and maybe one day it will happen for you. But in the meantime, just keep being you and never change for anyone. That's it for the video, guys. Hope you're all okay. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.